Hello, welcome to or welcome back to Dave's Techway, whichever way the situation may be. As the title suggests, in today's video we have the AKRacing Core Series EX Gaming Chair in black. This is a 1-year review. There will be timestamps in the description below. If there's a certain part of the video you'd like to jump to, you're more than welcome to do so. There's also some links down there that may interest you if you want some more information on the chair and whatnot. Don't forget to do all that fun YouTube stuff on your way down to that description box. Just a little bit about me and the time that I've got to spend in this chair. I am a little bit larger than the average size man. I go about 6 foot tall, 6'1". I go about 220 pounds to 240 pounds. So I'm a little bit larger than the average man. As far as the time frame that I've got to spend in this chair, I do have a full-time job. So Monday through Friday, I'm usually in the chair for 2 or 3 hours a day. Weekends, I'm usually in the chair for 8 to 12 hours a day. This past year, I did have 2 months off. And while I was off for them 2 months, I was pretty well 8 to 12 hours a day, pretty consistent in this chair. If you'd like to have somebody run down the specs for you, taking and showing you taking it out of the box and putting this chair together, I do have a video on the channel doing that. I'll put a link up there for you if you'd like to go watch it after watching this review. And just like any product out there, you do have good things and you do have bad things about the product. And I'm going to go over them in today's video. I'm going to tell you what I don't really like about the chair, because there ain't a whole lot of them. I don't have a whole lot of complaints with the chair, but there is a couple things that I think they could improve on. I'm going to also go down through the good, see how the chair's held up over the last year, and see if it's actually worth the extra money or not. Like I said, there ain't very many things that I have complaints with this chair. There is a couple complaints I have with it. If you watched the initial video of me taking it out of the box and assembling it, I wasn't too thrilled on the way the lumbar support pillow is, which it is a nice thick pillow and it is held up nicely. But it's the straps that I don't really care for. As you can tell, I do have a couple zip ties on mine to kind of help hold it in spot. The straps seem to be a little bit long, and if you don't do something to take up some of the slack in the straps, it always wants to sag to the bottom of the chair. And if you have any kind of low back pain or leg pain or anything like that, which a lot of people do, every time you move or readjust yourself, you gotta readjust that lumbar support pillow, because the straps got so much play in them. That ain't ideal. I think they need to spend a few dollars and put some plastic adjustments on these straps where you can tighten them up to where it holds that pillow tight, or at least make the straps a little bit shorter where they hold the pillow in spot instead of you having to readjust it. They are stretchable, so they will stretch. You know, if you need to move or whatever, you can always move it. So that's my number one complaint with the chair. Number two, this is a matter of opinion as well, but the headrest, it stays fairly in spot, but it does move around a good bit. And you have the 2 straps on the side that goes through the holes of the chair with a piece of plastic on the back that kind of keeps tension on that. But still yet, it still ain't a good solution. It still moves on you from time to time, and you have to readjust it if you're going to use it. The way I said, I normally don't use it, but every time I do need to use it, I do need to reach back there and readjust it. So I think they need to come up with a little bit better solution for that headrest as well. Also, in my original video, I also didn't care for the armrest on it, which just still stands true. I like the height adjustment of them. I like the fact that they move forward and backwards. I can handle them. I like them. Depending on how you want to set it up, you can set them up and they lock in the spot. One thing that I really don't care about is the rotation of them, which is nice because it gives you options. I can understand that, and a lot of people set different ways in the chair when they're, especially if you're sitting a long period of time in a chair. But there's no way to lock them in the spot. A lot of times when I get out of the chair, or when I first sit down in the chair, I use the arms to get up and down, like most people do. And they like to turn on you, so you have to readjust them every time you get in and out of the chair. I think it'd be nice to have some kind of locking mechanism on them, where they don't rotate. So them's the few bad things I have to say about the chair, which I said there wasn't a whole lot of them. And a lot of the complaints I have with this chair is pretty common within the gaming chair industry, or a lot of gaming chairs have the same issues with them. Now for the good of the chair, or what I think about the chair. I mentioned I didn't like the straps on the lumbar support and the head pillow, but as far as the pillows themselves go, they are holding the form. They are still doing the job wonderfully today, even after a year of use. They're still the way they should be. They still give me plenty of support, which is a good thing. A lot of the cheaper chairs, the pillows on them will actually start breaking down over time, and they won't give you the support that's necessary for your body. I don't have that with these pillows. These pillows are holding up nicely. As far as the armrest go, the padding in the armrest is holding holding up great. I still have plenty of support and plenty of padding on the armrest. The fabric that covers the armrest, which is another known issue with the cheaper chairs. The wrap on these armrests are staying in place and staying where they should be. The padding ain't breaking down. So the armrest still feels pretty comfortable and it's still nice to use. As far as the padding and the rest of the chair, as far as the bottom of the chair and the back of the chair, it seems to be holding up great. There's no breakdown to it. It still feels like the day I bought the chair, even after a year of use. The fabric itself, it seems to be holding up well. Seems to be attached to the chair very well. I have no spots on the chair where it's going away from the chair or anything like that. I have no complaints with that. It is very breathable fabric, which is nice on them hot days. But it seems to be holding up great. There ain't no breakdown of it. There's no places where it's coming apart. There's no stitches coming out of it or nothing like that. The embroidery on the chair itself and on the pillows is holding up. You know, that's another spot where a lot of the cheaper chairs fail at, is that embroidery or the way they put the branding on them ends up coming off over time or whatnot. This don't seem to be doing that. It seems to be well stitched in there. It's holding up great. As far as the stability of the chair goes, there still ain't no wobble to it. It still supports me well. It's a very sturdy chair. There still ain't no noises to it. With the cheaper chairs, even straight out of the box, a lot of them, you have a lot of creaks and cracks and squeaks to them when you just move a little bit in the chair or whatnot. Even after a year of use with this chair, it's holding up great. The gas cylinder that holds the chair up from the base, it's holding up great. You know, some of them cheaper chairs, they'll actually start releasing some of it. And after a while, you know, they'll have to keep adjusting the chair up if you use the highest setting. This one don't seem to be doing that. The gas cylinder seems to be doing wonderful. I still don't have to adjust it unless my dog bumps the handle on the side and it drops me. But that ain't the chair's fault, that's the dog's fault. The casters on the chair, I do set on carpet here in the office, and they do a wonderful job on this carpet. So if it does a good job on carpet, it should do good on a hardwood floor or linoleum or whatever your situation is. I don't think you can go wrong with the casters on this. I have no problems or no issues with the casters at all. So my overall review of the chair, I think it's holding up very nicely. Like I said, the fabric, the padding, the armrests, the pillows, as far as the lumbar and the neck support, they're all holding up like they should. I'm very happy with my purchase price of it. Talking about the price of it, is a little bit more expensive than most chairs out there, and you can get cheaper chairs. But just like anything else in life, I believe that you get what you pay for. And me personally, I'd rather pay a little bit more now to be able to use stuff a little bit longer than having to replace it every so often because I'm cheap. Just my opinion. But I'm very happy with the way the chair is holding up. Like I said, it still feels like it's new out of the box yet to the day. And it's been a year since I've bought the chair. I'm very happy with my purchase, and once this chair does wear out, I will probably be buying another one of them. Don't forget to do all that fun YouTube stuff on your way out of here. You all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video or live stream.